Welcome back to my vlog. Today we are going on a road trip, so I'm going to be taking all 4 of my dogs up to Sacramento to visit some family and to go on some adventures. So I get so many questions all the time about how in the world I travel with my 4 big dogs. So I'm going to show you exactly what we do, and we're going to be vlogging the entire time. So I'm going to first show you guys the car. So we have it all set up. Number one thing that I recommend is this car seat cover. It's been a lifesaver, especially in this car where I don't want the dogs getting it all dirty. Putting that down, I love to have a little dog bed for them to make them as comfortable as possible. And yes, they all will just be in this area and squish up together. The essentials of what to bring. Now it depends on where you're going. So typically when I'm driving somewhere, I can bring more things than when I'm flying with one of the dogs. So I brought their container of food. Make sure that you have their food. Luckily for me, there's a little health wellness store, a mom and pop shop. I never go to Petco's or anything like that for food because I only like the high-end dog food, the really healthy kinds. I always do my research of where I'm going to be staying and make sure that they have a little dog store that I can go to. And if they don't, I'll get food Amazoned to the hotel or to wherever I'm staying. Now I'm going to be staying with family, so it's a little bit more flexible. I can bring all 4 of the dogs. They'll have food. I'm bringing them some chews. I love the no-hide chews, Himalayan chews or yak sticks, bully sticks in here. I love to bring them the assortment, but these are definitely their 3 favorites. Bringing treats, of course. We love the Sojo Simply treats. They're the 1 ingredient treats, my favorite. Bringing them 4 bowls. I don't usually travel with a bowl when I stay at a hotel just because they have that. In a car ride, the most important thing is that they're going to have a water bowl. I've made that mistake in the past and forgot the bowls, so the water bowl is super important, and I have water bottles up front for them, just making sure that they're going to be able to get plenty of water. And then CBD oil. I already gave this to Juno. She gets a little bit anxious in the car. It's more so like excitement anxiety. She typically chills out after she realizes we're not going to the park or the beach, but she's always had this anxiety of thinking ahead, so hopefully that helps with that. All of the dogs are really good travelers once they get settled in, so once they realize we're going to be going for a long time, they're really great. And I'm not bringing any crates. One, I don't have any puppies anymore, even though I want one, that are on a structured routine that need the crate for potty training or anything like that. None of them have separation anxiety. I've been to this place before, but that's always something that's very important to think about. A lot of my clients, when they ask me about their going places for Thanksgiving, Christmas, traveling with the holidays coming up, some people will have a crate shipped to their grandparents' house just because it's a new environment, and I highly recommend that. I know that there's a crate at the house already that I'll definitely leave Nobu in when we go places, when he's going to be left alone, which probably won't be very often, if at all, just because he's kind of been in a little destruction phase where if he's left alone, he's chewing up a pillow or 2 here and there. So he's back to not earning freedom, and especially being in a new environment. If there's any chance that the dog could get anxious or destroy things, definitely use that crate. It will just help with the whole process. It will help the dog feel more at ease with having their safe place, and obviously you won't be stressed about leaving the dog, and your family members or wherever you're going aren't going to be upset when things are destroyed. As far as toys, I'm bringing Juno's Chuck-It because she's obsessed with playing fetch, and there's going to be lots of open fields, things we can go play, a couple tennis balls for her, and I tried to bring one of every dog's favorite toy. Nobu loves his palm tree, Oso loves his guac and chips, Juno loves her little monkey, and Grizzly loves his Playology rope. And then I also brought another little ball. Juno and Nobu are obsessed with playing fetch. And then I've got all of their leashes and harnesses in here. And then I also brought 2 slip leads. Now this is a really, really great tip when traveling, whether you're going to a hotel or driving. I love this for the drive because Grizzly and Juno are perfect off-leash dogs. I can let them jump out of the car, go potty, they'll jump right back in. They're amazing. The Akitas, not so much. I wouldn't trust them in a new environment like that. It's super easy so that I don't have to put on their full harness set, throw the slip lead on them. Basically, it just goes around their neck. These are amazing. You can easily get like a pack of them on Amazon. I love them for around the house with the other dogs. I think slip leads are incredible and everybody should use a slip lead. But if you're staying at a hotel and are just going out to go potty quick, I think it's amazing to just be able to put that on your dog and not have to get them in the full harness and everything. Got the suitcase in there. Here's their waters, and we've got a couple more waters in the backpack. How cute is this? My little sister made it for me. Adorable. That's their water bottle. And yeah, we'll definitely document when we take the stops, them in the car, and we'll get them in the car now. We'll get them in through the side, so I'm gonna close this up. They're so excited, actually, because I just got back from like a 2-week vacation. They're very, very excited today. I definitely should have taken them to the dog park before driving 8 hours, but didn't have time. I'm gonna go get them. Come on, wild childs. Baby's ready to go? Okay, up. Come on. Yes. Oh, wrong way. Oh, great. Oh my God. Up. We know which dogs are the least intelligent in this family, but that's okay. We do love you. All right, how are we gonna get you up here, cow? Are you guys ready? Closing up. All right, we're gonna take off. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long, even though we're leaving in the middle of rush hour. To grandmother's house we go. All the way. Yes, Ozzy, good boy. Juno, sit. Yes, Anna down, good girl. It's always really good to just direct your dogs to lay down, chill out. I see so many people when a dog is pacing around just yell like, no. Obviously it's hard to do when you're driving, but just trying to direct them to lay down, or whoever is in the passenger seat, just constantly directing them to lay down and chill is great training to do in the car, especially when they're so excited, they're all panting. Oso knows he's not allowed up here. So the more that I can direct them, the more I know it's gonna help their minds calm down, because without my direction, their minds are just excited and racing. I just really try to make sure to get them to lay down right from the start, just so that they're not going crazy the entire time. And I made sure everyone went potty before, so they should be good for a while. Hi guys. So we are currently about an hour from Yosemite. I kind of forgot to vlog the rest of our trip last night. So we stopped at a dog park by Magic Mountain, which was so necessary. And the dogs loved it just because they were a little crazy. So we stopped there for like 15 minutes, but it was this crazy hunt for a dog park that put us behind for like over an hour. But you guys are so worth it, aren't you? And then last night we got to this little cabin an hour outside of Yosemite, and it was like 2 a.m. so that's why we didn't film anything, but it's pet friendly. But a little info of what we did. We don't always disclose how many dogs we might have with us, but we made sure there was a pet friendly room and paid the pet deposit. But we just took them around the back, snuck them in the room quick, and they got their drinks, they ate their late dinner, and we went to bed. Last night was a little rough with Oso here, so I really feel for everybody who lives in an apartment and has issues with their dog barking. So he was barking this morning. I feel like it was starting at like 6 a.m., I swear. At any sound that he heard out in the hallway, he was running to the door and barking. And it was horrible. He probably did it like 10 times. We definitely need to work on Osa's barking. I don't ever really see it as that big of a problem at my house. Him and Juno have the most genetic alert barking issues, but Juno's been really trained to turn it off and keep it under control. So she was kind of grumbling this morning when he would bark, but with direction, just telling her to go to the bed and stay, she's like amazing with it. Or use a leave it, shift the focus to me. Oso, on the other hand, needs some work, and I definitely think he just needs a little bit more training in general. I don't know if when we were gone for a couple weeks, if he just got away with so much shit or what, but he is like out of the loony bin these last couple days. You have no idea, do you? They're gonna have a lot of fun. So there's only a few like places and hikes we can go on with the dogs, but they're gonna have a blast. We're here. The dogs are so excited. And today we are going to just show you guys all of the dog-friendly trails in Yosemite. There's only a few of them, but we're gonna cover them all. All right, we made it to the first destination with dogs, which is Glacier Point. So when you come to Yosemite with dogs, you can only go on trails that have paved roads. So this is the first stop. It's not a long hike at all. It's like a few minutes up for the first lookout point, another 5 minutes to this point. So it's super easy. But Glacier Point is so beautiful, as you can see. There's Half Dome in the back. We just took some pictures with the dogs up on the rocks with the view in the same place that we were a year ago. And they're doing a little bit better. I wish that we would have stopped at a trail where they could have just like had a long walk first or exercised them before this, but they're doing a little bit better. They're going potty and getting some exercise, so they're doing good. I forgot to bring treats from the car on this trail just because there's so many distractions, other people eating. To get good pictures, I should have brought the treats, but somebody gave us a little bit of their beef jerky to get Nobu's attention when there was a dog around, so we're good. Look at Grizzly Bear being such an angel. Yes, Nobu, good check-in. We've seen a couple dogs. Nobu's getting kind of alert about it, but he hasn't been reactive at all. He's been a good boy. Take a breast, June. Good babies. Hi, Bubba. Oh, so. My God. Thirsty babies. All right, we are leaving Glacier Point. That was beautiful. Hopefully the dogs will be a little bit less psychotic at our next stop. So next we're going to Tunnel View. That's where we're going next. I will not forget the treats this time so that they can pose, get the pics quick, and keep going to the next few places. And then hopefully on the other trails we'll see more dogs. Nobu just saw one more dog on the way out of Glacier Point. He didn't bark, but he did like cross over to my other side and was pulling and hopping a little bit. So definitely the most intense level of, I guess, reaction to a dog that he's had. Really want to work on it because I think he is going to be the one that I'm going to bring to New York in a couple weeks. So I really want to get any and all of his reactivity managed. It would be amazing if he could go up and greet dogs when we go to New York, but he's been kind of mean lately at the house with dogs through barriers. So we'll see, but I really want to work on it. So here we go into the tunnel. Here it is. Come on, Ashley Bear. Okay. Come in, Cupcake. Yeah.
Bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour le père.
Ils savent que c'est un père chien.
Le père.
He just jumped right up there. Come here, Oso.
Elle aussi est belle, hein?
Sweet boy. That was fun. Yeah. Everyone loves Nobu. You're cute too, you all are. He's just a bear and he's the friendliest to strangers. Gorgeous. Next up is Bridalville Falls. This was definitely my favorite place the first time I ever came to Yosemite because I saw a rainbow in the falls, and without dogs I was able to hike up all the way to going under the waterfall and got the best pictures ever. Beautiful. Can't go that far when you have the dog. It's like a super quick 2-minute walk up to the bottom of the rocks where you can bring the dogs and take the pictures. So that's up next. Hi, cuties. Sit. Yes! Cupcake first out. Back it up, everyone else. You want to lay down instead? There we go. Yes, Sissy. Oh, so come. Down. Yes, June. Look. Oh! Hey! What was that? Good girl. Boys. Yes, baby boy. So sometimes when I don't have all the dogs, or I do have all of the dogs, I just make the one check-in that's being the worst. Or sometimes I'll have each of them just do one check-in, kind of depends. Do you know? Yes. Like, I'm not gonna make Grizzly check-in at all right now, especially when I'm not doing a training walk and we're just going to a quick place, take pictures. Yes, Chris. June? Yes, Bubba. Look at Bubba's. Angel. They want to take in the view. Are you sniffing? What do you smell? What do you smell, Osho? All right, here we are at Bridalville Falls. So obviously I'm not gonna have the dogs climb all the way up there, but we're gonna stop here, get a picture. This waterfall is so beautiful. Nobu loves it. Look how fascinated he is by it. Cupcake, do you love the waterfall? Baby? It's a hard walk up on the rocks. I've done it myself, so I do not suggest bringing the dogs up there. All right, let's get them ready for a pic. Can we take a picture in front of the falls? Do you want to? Yeah? Yes, good girl. Oh, so. Yes, we are headed to Yosemite Falls. Unfortunately, it's dried up, so there's actually no waterfall. Nobu, come. Yes, it's still a really good hike. It's really pretty with the redwoods and everything in this little forest. This is the fourth place that I recommend coming to with dogs. The dogs love it. This is our last stop before we go to our family's house in Sacramento. They're gonna be able to run and play and get so much exercise there. They live on acres, so I would take them to the dog park if after this to let them run off leash, but they just have to keep it together in the car for 3 more hours and then we'll be there. Right, guys? I think they're kind of tired. All right, this is it, number 4, Yosemite Falls. Oh, the dogs were getting all alert. I thought a dog was coming. This is Yosemite Falls, obviously fall list right now, but it's so beautiful and we're gonna get a good picture. Look, someone wants to say hi to Nobu. And that concludes our trip to Yosemite. Wow, gorgeous. So pretty here. It's really fun to get pictures with the dogs, but you're definitely limited in what you can do in Yosemite with the dogs. I think it really depends. If you love like long hikes and you want to see everything, I would suggest probably not bringing the dogs. It's just a whole different experience, as is everything when bringing dogs versus not. They had a fun time. They loved it. It was fun. We got some really cute pictures, and now we're headed to Sacramento and we'll go on a couple adventures there. So stay tuned. So as a recap, when you're bringing dogs to Yosemite, the places that I suggest going to are number 1, Glacier Point, number 2, Bridalville Falls, number 3, Mirror Lake, and number 4, Lower Yosemite Falls. Also, love getting a pic at Tunnel View. So I guess that's kind of number 5 or 4.5, but I think that's a really good plan for the day, going to those places. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Say bye, everyone. Grizzly, any last words, Grizz? Say bye.